Guys, this was my 25th birthday. As you lot can see, it was a lit vibe, can't lie to you lot. Anyways, I got to do a voice over here because the music was copyrighted and YouTube was just acting up, so it kind of messed up my song. And you know, I always do like a little petty song here, but unfortunately I couldn't do a petty song here. But I'm not gonna lie, I just thought I'll share some memories with you guys so you guys can see that, you know, it was some good times. I can't lie to you lot. Yeah, this was the funniest bit when I almost. So these are a few moments that I thought I would just share with you guys how loving I thought the relationship was, or good times that me and him shared together, and how much I was really in love with him, and how much we had a good bond besides his whole baby mum situation that he was going through for 8 years that I didn't have no clue about till the relationship. But yeah, like honestly guys, I just want to take this moment to just send you lot a lovely message to let you guys know that yes, I've been hurt, I've been cheated on multiple times, I've made mistakes because I've been madly in love. Love makes you do crazy things. Love makes you think that the person will be with you forever in life. Sometimes it just don't work out like that. And honestly guys, don't settle. Know your worth, know what you bring to the table. No matter how much you love somebody, just never let them disrespect you. And the moment they disrespect you, just walk away from the relationship. The more you allow them to disrespect you, the more he's going to carry on disrespecting you. And to message to all my young viewers and older viewers out there, like, if you're lonely right now and you want someone to love you and you're praying for that guy, keep praying for him. Keep asking God. But stop going out there and stop searching because you're a broken soul. Don't search for the guy that you want. Just allow God to plant him in your life. God will send you the man that's for you. And the more you go looking, you're just going to like buck up on these useless men that I keep bucking on with. But I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for supporting me. And then, yeah, this is the time when everything changed. I can never forget this day. When I found out I was pregnant, the only person that knew at the time was my best friend, Rachel. Obviously, I had an ectopic pregnancy later, but before that, I went to do a scan. Rachel was with me. I told him I was pregnant that morning, and the whole day he made me feel like shit. He kept forcing abortion on me, and he was just very nasty and disgusting on the phone, and I just kept crying. And I was just so grateful that I had my best friend with me. But yeah, guys, like, just to let you guys know that, please, like, run away from men like that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Miss Our Fabulous, pretty on any side and pretty in every life. Youre, and I'm back with another video today. This is going to be like a story time / like telling the truth about a relationship that I was in. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and thank you so much for clicking the bell. If you're a returning subscriber and you've been with me for so long, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. So basically guys, it's going to be more based on the truth about my relationship and like explaining to you guys certain things. I've done a story time about when I got cheated on Valentine's Day last year, and it's a story time based on why I dislike baby moms so much. And I don't mean like I dislike those that are baby moms. It's I dislike men that have baby moms that try to talk to me. That's what I mean, like I dislike that shit for 1 year. Okay, I done a YouTube video about why we broke up. You might have watched it, you might have not watched it. And I sat down in that video and I took so much accountability about the things that I'd done in that relationship, or how I may have made him feel at the time, because of me being an influencer and he was not in the limelight or whatever. I took so much accountability in that video. I was protecting his image, I was protecting him as a person, because I felt like a lot of things that has happened on social media in regards with people dragging me, and then because they can't get to me they'll drag him. I felt so bad, and I felt like I needed to protect him because I didn't protected him in our relationship regards to the social media world. In that relationship, I would say there was a lot of gaslighting and there was a lot of manipulation in that relationship. I decided to leave that relationship because there was a lot of toxic shit going on. But let's forget about the whole social media mix up and everything that was going on with social media regards to our relationship on the blogs and stuff. Let's just completely forget about that for a hot minute. I want to talk about the things that was affecting me in my relationship and things that I was going through in my relationship that nobody knew what I was going through, which affected my mental health so much. And I was completely destroyed, like I was completely broken. I didn't know that I was kind of in a relationship with a narcissist. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, it becomes a thing where it's like you dismiss their behavior and you dismiss the way they act towards you. Do you understand? You tend to think it's okay for him to act a certain way, and you tend to blame yourself for a lot of things that has happened, because that's what narcissists do. They get into your head and they manipulate the situation and they gaslight you so much. So in that relationship, yeah, starting from the beginning of the relationship was amazing. Like I said, I knew, like, he asked me to be his girlfriend within a week of our relationship. Okay, we was on a butterfly stage. Things felt good, things felt great. Do you understand what I'm saying? He made me feel good, he made me feel so loved. I felt like because he made me feel so good and felt so loved, and I loved the fact that he was giving me so much attention, yeah, it was like I kind of enjoyed that. So I was in a butterfly stage. When he asked me to be his girlfriend, you know, I was like happy, whatever. Then next thing, you know, he ended up surprising me at my birthday party, which that video went viral on social media, which everybody knew who I was dating. And after that, you know, I didn't really see the baby mom misbehaviors. I didn't really see the red flags until I was probably like 3 or 4 months down into the relationship. It went viral on social media. I didn't read the negative comments that was in the Shade Borough post. I didn't read the negative comments, but I did know that there was a lot of negativity, and I didn't read it. Maybe if I did, I wouldn't have been in the situation that I was in. I don't know. Put out there to the world that this is Renee's man, this is who she's with, blah blah blah. I did receive girls DMing me. I was laying in bed next to him and I saw a text message come through on his phone, and I looked at it and it was the baby mum. I text her and I was like, who's this number? Why do you keep texting off my man's phone? Blah blah blah. She was like, oh, you know, he was in a relationship, he left my house, he was in a relationship. That's funny, he didn't mention that to me. He was laying in bed next to me. I woke him up and I was like to him, so your baby mum said that you two have been communicating, and it's not about your child. Bear in mind, guys, this was probably like a month of us being in a relationship, 2 months of, like around a month or 2 months of us being in a relationship. This was the first incident that happened with the baby mum. Then she then started to send him paragraphs. She sent him pictures of me, of when I was exposed on social media. It's not a secret, it's no secret. I've told this to the world and I've said it, that when I was 17 years old, my ex-boyfriend at the time that I was dating exposed my nudes all over social media and made it seem as if I was the one that exposed it myself on my Twitter account. This is something that everybody in the world knows. If you know of me, then you know that when I was 17, my news was leaked all over social media. I don't hide it. When I get into a relationship with a guy, or when I speak to a guy, I'm expecting you to know this, because I have made this very public. My first story times I've ever told on YouTube. I don't care. I'm not ashamed anymore. When I was young, I was, but I'm not ashamed anymore. I don't give a fuck about anybody that feels some type of way about that. So she started to send him my nude pictures while I was laying in bed next to him, and she was sending him my nude pictures, and she was like, how can you be with a girl that got exposed? She's all over social media. Is this what you want my child to be looking up to? I remember having a conversation with him in the kitchen one time when I was cooking him dinner, and to my surprise, I felt like I did tell him that my news got exposed when I was 17, but I didn't know that I didn't mention it in the beginning of our relationship. But I felt like I actually did, because I always tell like whenever I'm in something serious with a guy, I let them know from the jump, like, this is what happened to me when I was 17 years old. So like, it's either you with it or you're not fucking with it. So he told me I never told him, and then he was upset with me. We had a little discussion or whatever, and then I was more hurt at the fact that you really went out your way to find things about me, I nude pictures, to send it to him. I remember having a conversation with her, and she told me that every single girl that has been with this man has his relationship has never lasted because of her. She told me how much he's always going to come back to her. It's never gonna work. He doesn't all his girlfriend that he's been with are white girls and stuff like that. No discrimination. I don't have a problem with white girls. I looked at her, I was like, you're doing too much. Like, you're too petty. Like, I'm not finna go argue with no 40-something-year-old woman, yeah, over a 27-year-old man. I'm not doing it. You're in your late 40s, babes. You're old enough to be my mum. I ain't got time to be arguing with you. Please go sit down, sort out your retirement shit. I ain't got time for you. Speaking to this girl, I ignored her, whatever. Fast forward now, he told me a story one time, and he said in the same nursery or something, because her and they slept together, whatever, and she kept the child. As okay, he doesn't love her, he doesn't want to be with her, because whatever he said to me is what I believed at the time, because that's what he portrayed to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? He portrayed it as if like he is not in love with this woman, he hasn't been with this woman for years, his daughter's like 7 years old, I think, and you know, doesn't have sex with her. He later on then told me, you know, that the only thing he's ever probably done with her within the years is let her give him oral sex, but he's not done anything intimacy with her. I remember one time I was laying in bed now, and it's like, this has happened 3 times, different occasions, guys. This has happened 3 fucking times, different occasions, where she has reached out to me on her daughter's Instagram page, not her Instagram page, because like I said, she's old, like ready to retire. She has DM'd me off her daughter's page several times. She's reached out to me so many times, and every time she's reached out to me, I've told him, and I'm like, so what, you're cheating on me with your baby mum again? Like, this is what you're doing. We can sit here and say, Ren, there were so many times where you could have left this guy. Real enough to be honest with you lot and say, I was in a relationship with a guy that I was in love with and I really cared about. For you guys to get an understanding, in this next picture that you guys gonna see, I basically went and messaged him and I showed him everything that she said, and I basically just like sent him a long paragraph that every girl does, and I just said to him that I can't do it anymore, I'm just done, I'm letting go of him, I'm leaving him. And I still took him back afterwards, maybe like a month later, and then after, she then did message my mother on Facebook and told my mum everything that was going on in my relationship with me and him and her. And there was a lot of times he manipulated me, and there's a lot of times where he gaslighted me to believe certain things. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I would think to myself, no. And then he would say no, like he would try and flip it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I felt like I owed him something, because when I was in that relationship, I started to see myself changing. I started to see growth. There was a time where I didn't want to put out YouTube content, because there was every little thing that I will do, he will have a fault in it. Like he will say, oh, you need to stop doing this and you need to stop doing that. Yeah, I understand that you could tell me to stop doing certain things that will make me look bad on social media. But when it comes to my grind, and when it comes to social media or things that I have to do for my content, I don't want you to tell me I can't do that. There was times where I would record videos and stuff and I didn't feel comfortable to record videos around him, or like even if he's in the background, but I'm not even putting him in the background, I still won't feel comfortable, because like I said, the way he will make me feel about doing my work and stuff, I felt like the only time for me to record is when he's not in the house. Right, I've been in a relationship with this guy for 1 year. I lived in 2 places, right? The first place that I lived in South London at the time, and he moved in and he was living with me at my house, my apartment. The videos where you see with Maggie and I'm cooking Ghanaian food for my boyfriend, and you lot saw me fixing up the beds and all these things, and I got him PlayStation, right? He moved in and we were staying in that house, and you know, things was okay. Now, like I said, I became pregnant. When I became pregnant, everything just went downhill. The moment I told him I was pregnant, he completely changed on me. Like, I've never seen it before. It's like a ton of bricks fell on me and I was fucked up. Like, this guy changed on me. He told me that I had to do an abortion, and he told me if I don't do an abortion, he won't talk to me. He will never be there for me. Like, he wants nothing to do with me. He'll resent me and all these things. He's like, you don't want to be like me and my baby mom. Like, I don't want to treat you like how I treat my baby mom and stuff like that. And when I was pregnant, there was so much stress that I was going through. There was so much things that I was going through because he was countlessly cheating on me outside. There was times where, like I said, guys, I cooked, I cleaned, I washed, I did everything. I did everything that a woman will do. When we broke up, he always said to me, you're such a good person. Like, you know how to look after a man. You know how to take care of a man and stuff like that. And we just didn't work out. No, we didn't work out because you are a narcissist. That's what you are. And he's very good at brainwashing you to think certain things. Another thing, he's got a very, very disgusting anger problem. And there's many times where he has cheated on me with his baby mom, slept in the same bed as his baby mom, allowed this woman to give him all, knowing you've got a girlfriend at home. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been cheated on by him, I would say, over 10 times. I've had girls reach out to me on social media so many times and told me that, oh, I fucked your man, I've done this and I've done that. They've made fake accounts on Snapchat, messaging me, telling me what car he drives, his license plate. They've sent his license plate to me. Like, it's crazy. Like, I really, really let myself go in that relationship. And I've had numerous conversations with his people that he's affiliated with, his best friend that's a boy. Like, I've had conversations and all of them know what he does. They don't give a fuck. They never did care about me anyways, because to them it's like, this is just another bait. This is just another girl that he's probably just gonna fuck with. Yes, I know he used me. Everybody was like trying to tell me that he was using me, and I kind of knew it, but I think I was in disbelief because of the way he was treating me. I'm not gonna lie, there was a time where I let myself go in that relationship, and I knew I was gonna I'll probably end up in prison or end up doing something that I was gonna regret. The cheating got so bad that every single time the baby mum would contact me, she would try and make me feel like I'm not good enough about myself, or because I don't have a child with him and she's got a child with him, I'm never going to get nowhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's been numerous times I've had conversation with this woman and she said, oh, I've got his child, I'm always going to be in his life. This is just something I deal with. I am very used to this. Like, she's very used to stuff like this. And there's times where I've had conversations with him. And like I said before, he will gaslight me and manipulate me so bad, to the point where he will try and make me believe that it's okay to be with him if he's cheating on me. I've had conversations with him and he has said to me that, oh, you're the one that I want to be with, you're the girl, everybody knows that you're my girl, you're the one that I come home to every night, you're the one that I live with, my clothes and my stuff is in this house, like, who else am I going to be with, all my niggas know about you. Like, he will really gas up the thing like that. Then he was like, oh, if I sleep with girls and I do anything with girls, like, what does that mean? Like, I just fuck them, bust my nut, and that's it. I don't want to be with them. I don't treat girls like how I treat you. I don't make no girl out here feel special. Like, that is how he talks. Like, that's how he'll get in my head. And to the point where it's like, I'm starting to believe that it's okay for me to accept this kind of behavior from a man. I let myself go. I lost myself for a very long period of time. Nobody knew it because I'm very good at getting up and putting a smile on my face and keep walking and keep being strong. It's something that I just had to learn to be very strong. To the point where it's like, I'm madly in love with you when I get your whole name, your Ghanaian name tattooed onto my fucking wrist that says Nana, right? When I met this guy, I was so supportive. I just wanted to see him win. I just wanted him to blow in music. I'm tired of helping these wannabe fucking artists are trying to push their upcoming fucking career. And I'm just done with it, because all I get in return is them using me for clout, using me to get attention, using me for all these things. And I lost myself the moment I went to pull up to beat this woman up. Guys, I can't make this up, because some people like to say Renee's lying, or I'm doing this for clout. Babe, one thing about me, I have my fucking receipts. Don't play with me, bitch. Issue with her, she would tell me out of her mouth. I don't even have sex with him. I just give him head and he fingers me and all these things. She would tell me the things that them two would do. It's like they do foreplay with each other. I kind of blame myself because I saw the red flags in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. And when I say the beginning, I mean like 3 months into our relationship, I started to see things, because he had an anger problem. He's got an anger issue. And when I say his anger issue is absolutely out of this world, she would tell me that he beats her up, tell me how much he will come to the house and he will beat her up in front of her daughter and stuff like that. Like, every single thing that I'm saying is the God honest truth. And there was times where he would call me and say, oh, me and my baby mum just got into a fight and she did this to me and she did that to me, she hit me and all these things. And I will honestly sit there and think, this woman is absolutely fucking crazy. Like, what the hell? Why would you, like, why are you putting your hands on him and then playing the victim after? Like, they're both just as bad as each other. She knows how to wind him up. She knows how to really get to him. He knows how to hurt her. He knows how to get to her. And this is something that they've been dealing with for 7 years in their life. And this is what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to sit around and tolerate this disrespect and tolerate his baby mum disrespecting me, calling me out my name and respecting me in the worst way. I don't have to deal with no disrespect like that. And for me, it got to the point where I couldn't take it no more, and I pulled up to her workplace. So I'm just going in and out the video while I'm editing, so I can basically just like narrate, whatever that word is. So guys, cool. So the reason why I pulled up to her workplace, yeah, was because she went on Facebook the day before and she was messaging my mum. She found my mum's Facebook page. She was messaging my mum and she was telling my mum about bare shit. Like, she was just telling my mum bare shit. Some things that she was telling my mum was like, it's none of my mum's business. Like, why are you telling my mum that he beats you and he does all these things? So she messaged my mum, and that was the last straw for me. I was like, this bitch needs to get beaten. Like, you're doing too much. Like, I understand if you're coming to me to talk to me about my relationship, or I understand if you're coming to me to tell me about my man cheating on me. But one, you're now passing the boundaries and you're messaging my mother. Like I said to you guys before, my mum did not know what was going on in my relationship. I did not tell my mum the bad things about my relationship. I didn't want to portray him to look really bad to my mum, because my mum really, really liked him. But my mum had no clue what was going on behind the scenes. So when she told my mum disliked him. My mum didn't want nothing. Like, she just didn't want me to be with the guy no more. So I pulled up to her workplace because I was really hurt. I was really broken about the things that she was saying about me and the way she was talking about my pregnancy, saying that it's an abortion after I'd had a conversation with this blood clot girl, and I'd told this girl that I didn't have an abortion. I had an ectopic pregnancy, but she kept going around telling people about this whole abortion shit, which I didn't understand why she got that kind of information because of him. So yeah, that's why I put up to her workplace and wanted to fight the bitch, but the bitch didn't want to come outside. And yeah, so that's basically what these screenshots are going to be about. So I'm basically showing the screenshots of her messaging my mum, and that was the reason why I pulled up to her workplace to beat the girl up. At the time I saw red was when I found out that he was still fucking around with this woman. And then, you know, I pulled up to this girl's workplace. I jumped in my cab and I pulled up to her fucking workplace. And then I told her to come outside. I said, come outside, because clearly you want to run your mouth on the fucking phone and disrespect. Come outside. I went to the nursery and I told her to come outside because I was going to batter her. Because at the end of the day, I've tolerated so much disrespect from this girl, both of them. And it's like, as a woman, don't you ever try and bring me down because you've got a child for this man and I don't have a kid for him. Don't ever bring that, because you don't know what the fuck I've been through. You don't know my story, right? I don't care if you're 60 years old, 50 years old, 40 years old, tread fucking light if you still can get beaten. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when she was messaging me and disrespecting me, and yeah, cool, you've got his kid, but stuck with him for life. I was in a relationship where I was dealing with a lot of things silently, and because he was so used to a private life, he was in my head all the time saying, no one needs to know what we're going through, you don't need to say this, you don't need to say that. Yes, you are right to a certain degree, but to the point where it's like I couldn't even share things with my family members. I couldn't even tell my cousins. I couldn't even tell nobody, like certain people. Yes, there was a lot of my family members that were telling me, you need to leave this guy, like he's disgusting, he's toxic, like he's not good for you, Renee, like he's actually really nasty, like he's gonna always cheat on you with his baby mum, like it's actually a mess. He will be at her house back and forth, you know. He moved stuff, his things at her house. Like, there was so much stuff going on, guys. When I tell you, it was so fucking bad. Like, it really messed me up. In truth, nobody lives this shit for me. I walk in my own path and I make my mistakes, okay? I don't need nobody to point the fingers and act like they're so perfect, right? I know my truth, and my truth is what I'm telling you lot. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they're messaging, she was like, oh, you done an abortion for him. He told me you done an abortion. I said, that's what he told you. No, I didn't. So when I was pregnant, he was sleeping with her. When I done my first surgery, when they first found out that I was pregnant and they wanted to check if they could get rid of the pregnancy by saving my tube at the same time, I was in a hospital in Bromley area, right? Because that's where I was living at the time. And he was with her the whole week while I was in hospital. And he was not there for me. He saw me one time to drop my clothes and to drop my food when I was in that hospital. And I saw him one fucking time. And he was booed up in bed with her. He was doing things with her, doing their foreplay with each other while I was there fighting for my fucking child, okay? Fighting for a pregnancy that I didn't even get to have, right? So don't come tell me that I had an abortion. You sat down and you had a conversation with your baby mum and told your baby mum I had an abortion for you. And you know that's not what fucking happened. Because you're the same one that was forcing abortion on me. Forcing, oh, I should have an abortion, I should do this. Oh, if I have this child, you're not going to do this. Da, da, da. You know what the fuck he was doing. Don't play with me. Nigga, don't play with me. Right? Come for me. You come for me, bitch. But don't talk about, oh, I had an abortion, I had this. Because if I talk about your child, you're not going to like it. Don't dig me where you know it will hurt me. Because if I dig you back at something I know will hurt you, you're not going to like it. So I pulled up to her workplace. And when I pulled up to her workplace, I was all blacked out. I had my black hoodie on, my black fucking Hug boots on, and my black jumper. I pulled up and I told the boss man, just wait here. Because I know the lick I'm going to give her is not going to be a long lick. I've knocked on the door and I'm like, I'm knocked on the door and I'm like, I texted her, I'm here, come outside. I've called her phone, you're not answering. I called her phone, she's not answering. She's gone and called him and said, your girlfriend's here trying to fight me. Babe, because you're running your mouth too much and I had enough of it. You're running your mouth too much. You are a nursery teacher. You work in a nursery. I know where you work. You work in a nursery. And here you are technically bullying me. A teacher like you that's in her 40s. You're out here in young people's fucking business and you have so much chat. I'm pretty sure you have a lot going on in the nursery that you work in. So after she's doing all of that, you know, I'm still outside waiting for her to come out. She didn't want to come out. She was a pussy. She called the police on me, right? I left before the police came anyway because he was like, oh, you better leave because she's called the police on you. Right? Every single time, I will bring it to his attention that I know that he's fucking his baby mum still because she's obviously reached out to me and she sees me messaging. She sees my phone number. She knows where she knows where he lives. She knows where he's laying his head next to. Like, she knows. So every time she has that feeling that he's still fucking with me, she will intervene. She will start. I will never hear the ending of this. She will start. And it got to a point where I'm tired. I'm mentally, physically fucking tired having to deal with a grown-ass man and a grown-ass old fucking lady that has a child. I don't have to deal with that. I'm 26. When I met him, I was 25. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I was stuck in a situation that I didn't know how to let go of. We moved out of that house and we went into a 3-bedroom fucking house in Essex, yeah? A 3-bedroom house in Essex. And I was still pregnant because I had to move houses and I swapped hospitals. I was left abandoned. This man left me for dead. Because I was refusing to do an abortion, he left me for dead. He didn't want nothing to do with me. He didn't want nothing to do with me because I was pregnant. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't need nobody to come to me and tell me what they think they know, or they know this and they know that. I don't need nobody to come here to tell me. Because if you ask me something, I can tell you something for free. It doesn't cost to tell you anybody your blood clot business. Do you understand what I'm saying? People might sit here and think, oh, everything she comes on social media and talk about. No, I talk about things that people can relate to. I share my story to help people to be strong because I'm a strong ass bitch. I don't need no one to fight my battles for me. And that's on period. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I was in a relationship with a guy that had no respect for women. There was times where we will argue and he would smash the house up. There was times where we will argue and he would smash up all my little cute little things that I would get from the range and all the candle holders that are like tall. Anger problem. And I knew that because his baby mum would tell me like he will abuse her, hit her, put her hands on her, you know, do all these things. She still stayed in that situation. She has his child. She's been doing this for 7 years because they both said it. This is something that they do. They've been doing it for 7 years and it's just a cycle. It will continue. There's times where I had his mum call my phone, tell me not to leave him, tell me to still be with him. And there's things where it's like, you're making me believe that a man cheating on you is okay. No, it's not okay. I don't even know if you lot remember, there was a time where I done a get ready with me and I spoke about sex, right? and I spoke about intimacy and stuff like that in relationships. I was in a relationship with this guy for 1 year. And this will make you lot understand why I've been moving wild out here. And I won't say wild as in like I'm a hoe, I sleep with so many men, I don't have no respect for myself, I have no class, because I'm not a fucking prostitute, I'm not a hoe. Yeah, I rate my thing, right? And I just don't sleep with any guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, there's been two guys that I've told a story time on and that I've slept with. And I'm proud to fucking say, I'm in a business, I fuck for fuck. I have needs. But I'm done with men. Do you understand what I'm saying? But like I said, I was in a relationship for 1 year. And this is going to make you lot understand why I had a little wild phase. I was going for a little wild moment. Because I was in a relationship for 1 year and didn't get fucked the way I was meant to get fucked. I was in a relationship to the point where it's like I would not even have sex with this guy every month. I was in a relationship where I only had sex once a month. If I'm lucky, blood clot twice a month. And anybody that's close to me can tell you that. There were so many times where I had conversations with my best friends, and I would say to my best friends, I'm so horny. Like, I lay in bed with him and I try to start it and nothing's going on. There's times where I've laid in bed and I've said to this guy, let's have sex, let's do this, let's do this. He doesn't want to, like, it's not going up, or he's not in the mood to do it, or he's not ready to have sex. Yeah, because you've been fucking your little other girls out here. And there was times where I countlessly questioned myself. Is it because of my colour of my skin? Is it because I'm a black woman why this man doesn't want to have sex with me? You lay in bed next to me every single day. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a pretty blood clot attractive woman. My body big. You understand what I'm saying? Any man that clutch up that get horny. I don't have to tell you lot nothing. Me, I tell you, oh, it go. Yeah? So when he was laying in bed with me and certain things, like, it just wasn't making sense. I started to deep, like, okay, we've been together for 1 year. Even since the beginning of the relationship, I barely even have sex with you. I like to be caressed. I like affection. I like to feel loved. I like my man to love me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you showed me the affection that I needed. You showed me all the other things that made me feel good, but without intimacy. I will have sex with this guy once a month, if I'm lucky to. I will sit on the phone to my best friend, and I will tell my best friend that, oh my gosh, like, I can't do this, like, I can't, like, I'm so frustrated, I want to have sex with him and all these things, but he doesn't want to, he's never up for it, like, it just doesn't happen. And every time we try to do it, it flops, his thing flops and everything. And I've had and this is what pisses me off. It's like, the girls that message me, that feel the need to tell me about a nigger that has a small winky wink, don't have chat for me, please. Because do you know how many girls that I felt so embarrassed that would reach out to me and tell me that they fucked someone, they fucked my man, and how can you settle for a guy that has a small piece and all these things? I've had conversations with him, and he said to me, I know my thing's not big, I use it how I can. I was not with him because he didn't have a big piece. I was with him because he made me feel good. And I felt like he was changing me for the better. But there was so many things that I didn't know about. There was so much hidden agendas. There was so much manipulation in that relationship. There was so much gaslighting in that relationship. There was so much making me feel like I'm the problem in that relationship, to the point where I'm sitting on YouTube and I'm taking accountabilities for every goddamn thing that I've done. Can't lie, I treated him good. I treated him so good. Every single day he will come home, there'll be a cooked fucking meal on that fucking table. Do you understand what I'm saying? There'll be a cooked meal on that blood clot table. And anybody that had me on Snapchat would know I'm not chatting shit. I was always in the kitchen for that man. I was always cooking and cleaning the house for that man. Not even for him, but for us. And when it was time for me to feel pleasure, it was a no-no. It was so bad to the point where I had to ask for anal sex because I wasn't feeling it in my vagina. Do you know how embarrassing that is? And I don't give a flying fuck. I'm sitting here and I'm telling the truth, because I'm tired of people doing this, but not enough this. Oh, you're lying. You sit on social media, you lie on Storytime. I ain't got a lie for shit. I know what I've been through. I know how toxic my relationship was. I know what I was settling in that relationship. I know how many months I didn't go for sex. It was so bad to the point, yeah, when we broke up, I had to go to one of my exes and have sex with my ex. And when he cheated on me with Robin and all these other white girls, and he was back and forth with his baby mama, I said, you know what? I'm not a dickhead. I can get man. I know I can get niggas. I don't need no man to make me feel like shit. So all I had to do was hit up my ex and pleasure my blood clot needs. And that's what I done. Bob's your blood clot uncle. Not ashamed of it. Why? Why am I ashamed of it? Being in the house with him all the time and he's not able to satisfy my needs because he's having difficulties. There was times where in the beginning of our relationship, I remember he had a Gucci bag. When he had the Gucci bag, a tablet fell out. And I said to him, what is this blue tablet? And he was like, oh, he has to take it because he gets headaches. And on the tablet said the name of what it is. I typed it in on Google and I said, what the fuck is Viagra? I didn't know what Viagra was. I went on Google and it said Viagra. I then realized that, oh my gosh, like, wow, like he actually takes that. There was times where he would literally just leave me in the room and butt naked and he would go and take the tablet and then we would chill for a bit and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, what's going on? Are you waiting to go up? And I know he's going to take it, but he thinks I don't know. But why do you need to go into your pocket and then go in the bathroom? I know what you're doing. I'm not stupid. I'm not a little child. Never been with a guy that has to take something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Any guy that I've ever fucked has always had a Rocky. So I knew that he just wasn't attracted to my type. He's not. And everything that his baby mom would say and all these other things, it all made sense when she told me, oh, like, we do things, we don't have sex, but we do all stuff. Like, I give him head and he fingers me and do all these things and I make him bust and all these things. She would tell me he likes white girls. His ex was white. The ex before that was white. The ex before that was mixed race. Yeah, he would date black girls, but you understand? So what was it? I was just for the clout. I was just to push his music. I was just to give him a name. I met him when he was on 680 followers and now you're on 8k. He was on, like, niggas don't have no respect. They don't give a fuck. And like I said to you guys before, when I was with him, it was never about intimacy. Yes, I want to be able to be with you and feel you and make love and enjoy it. Yeah, I want to do all those things. But he made me feel good besides that, to the point where I was open to consider it. I will be on my phone, I'll be like to my best friend, like, I'm okay to consider like not having sex with him if it's not going to work out like that, because I do love this guy and I want to be with him for the rest of my life and I'm willing to put that to the side. But then the whole baby mom situation came, my pregnancy thing came, the way he was with me came, the way we was fighting in the house, we was putting hands on each other, the way he gets angry all the time, he would smash up my fucking stuff in the house. People that didn't live in my house didn't know these things was happening. We had fights, we had arguments, it was really bad, you know, going to Dubai, you know, coming back, you know, everything just destroyed everything for where it was. And I can't lie, the pregnancy for me was what ended our relationship. I had to walk away from him. I had to do what was right for me. I had to put myself first. And I had to say to myself, this man does not love you, Renee. He doesn't love you. No man should ever have to tell a girl, get an abortion, or I can't be with you, or I will resent you, or I will want nothing to do with you. Like just how I deal with my baby mom. And yeah, I take accountability because I allowed so many times for things to happen. And I only walked away when I was pregnant and I lost my child. This man left me in hospital when I was pregnant. And for the 2-3 weeks that I was in hospital for, because I lost my tube, he left me. He didn't call. He didn't check up on me. Nothing at all. At all. And I walked and I left him. When I got back from the hospital and I was recovering, he still didn't even check up on me. He still didn't ask me if I was okay. He left. He moved all his stuff out the house and I never saw him again until, you know, he had to come back to the house for a few bits and bobs. But my point is, you know the truth. Give a fuck how anyone's going to feel. When I mentioned it, when I done the story time about him cheating me on Valentine's Day, yeah, a couple people, his sister has messaged me, asked me, can we talk? No, we can't talk. Why should we talk? When I was in hospital for my appendix, there was no message there, so why should we talk? You want to now get your best friend Balade to message my fucking phone, ask me, we need to have words, we need to speak. No, what, for you lot to think you can silence me? Because for months you lot have been silencing me. For almost 9 months now, you lot have been trying to silence me, not to speak about him, not to tell people what he's really like, or what he does, or the shit that he does that's not okay. Don't get me wrong, he's a cool person to be around. He's a lovely person sometimes. But that's just like with other narcissists and fucking people that like to gaslight people. They're very good people to be around until you are really seeing them for what they really are. Have a good heart. Walk away on people that I love and I care about. And it is what it is. You live and you learn and you make mistakes. And this video was basically to clear things up and to really make people understand what the fuck I went through in that relationship. And I've been through it. I've been through it. And this time I'm literally looking after myself. I'm focusing on my health. I'm looking after myself. I'm loving myself more. I'm focusing on being happy and I'm focusing on my business. I'm taking time away from men. I don't want to date anybody. I don't want to speak to anyone. I don't want a man to try to get to know me. I'm completely done with men. There's so much stuff that I got to do within myself and heal from traumas that I've been through. And I just want to be so in love with myself and my business and my new salon. I just don't have time to entertain nobody. So yes, right now I'm focusing on me. Nothing but myself. Dealt with it for 1 year. The good Nella Rose would say, I suffer for 19 years. Me, I just suffer. When I tell you I just suffer, you see the word suffer, you don't get time. Me, I suffered in that relationship. I suffered in that relationship. When I tell you, it was the worst thing to feel as if like you are nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? For a man that will consistently gaslight you. I had girls coming up to me at day parties telling me about this guy. Do you know how embarrassed I was? You don't get time. So all the girls that are out here that felt the need because I told the story time to come in my DM and tell me, oh, I fucked him. And babes, you can have him because I know what he's got down there. And it's not really packing. So babes, I ain't missing out on no meals. I ain't losing sleep over that. I'm not losing sleep over that. Trust and believe me, I'm not losing sleep over that. And I know to the girls that lay down next to him, you'll feel the same way I've been feeling. And to the next girlfriend that he has, oh, please, I pray your sex drive's not high. And this is the thing. Like, I told my best friend this. I said, whenever I have sex with this man, the little times I will have sex with him, if it's 1 or 2 times in a month, I done doggy position for 1 whole year. A big girl like me that love to fuck when she has a man. My sex drive is out of this route. I can do it 2, 3, 4 times a day with my man. I'm settling for back shots. To the point where I felt like I was a dog. To the point where I'm going on my fucking knees. Every time he initiated that he wanted to have sex with me or he wants to try, the first position I'll go is on my knees. Missionary what? Leg cock up in the air, what? Ride, what? So yeah, when I came out of that relationship, it was like there was so much in me that I needed to let go. I needed to let the steam go because I felt like I had so much cobwebs in my vajayjay that I needed it to free up the blood clot world. Because what? I done doggy position for 1 year. To God who made me. To God who made me. If I'm lying, you shall strike. Doggy position for 1 year. No missionary. No cowgirl. No leg in air. No side. No ride. All I done was doggy. So tell me now, if I'm not out of that relationship, I'm going to be wild. And sometimes, guys, when you come out of a relationship, you have a wild moment. I had my wild moment. I told my story times about them. And now I'm reflecting on myself and I'm working on myself and I'm done with men. I took out everything I had left in me that I had to burst out. I had to let it go out. And I'm happy now. And I don't give a fuck who this video might offend. I don't get in your pipe and smoke it if it offends you. That's your business, not my business. I don't give a fuck. I keep telling people, I don't care if you dislike me. I don't care if you watch my videos and you envy me, babe. Because you still click on that video and watch me. So you must like my shit. I'm me. I've got a heart of a fucking gold. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And when you're good to me, I'm good to you. And when I love you, I love you. When I love you and I say I love you and you know I love you and I show my love for you, I got your back no matter what. But you see, when you betray me and you hurt me, you stab me in my back, Oma, I will never forget. So please, don't tell me about lying and I don't live my truth. I live my blood clot truth. I talk my shit before anybody blood clot talk my shit for me. I that me I gotta tell you no. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. And please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you click that bell and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.